Welcome back to the Daily Economy 24/7. Today we conclude our 3-episode Consumer Slowdown Series. In Episode 1, we stepped inside the homes of families feeling the first signs of financial strain. In Episode 2, we walked down Main Street and saw how businesses respond when spending tightens. Today, we zoom out even further. This episode explores what happens when an entire community begins to feel the slowdown, when local governments, schools, neighborhoods, and public spaces all start to shift under the weight of declining confidence. This is the moment when a slowdown becomes visible not just in homes or businesses, but in the life of a town. Let us begin. Let me take you to Maple Ridge, Michigan, a mid-sized town with tree-lined streets, a historic downtown, and a community that prides itself on togetherness. It is a Tuesday evening at City Hall. The council chambers are filled with residents, business owners, and local officials. The fluorescent lights hum overhead, papers shuffle, a quiet tension fills the room. At the front of the room sits City Manager Karen Douglas. She is in her mid-50s, sharp, composed, and respected. But tonight, she looks tired. She adjusts her glasses, clears her throat, and begins. "Sales tax revenue is down again," she says. "Hotel occupancy is down, restaurant activity is down, retail receipts are down." She clicks to the next slide. The projector flickers slightly. "We are projecting a shortfall of nearly $2 million. A murmur ripples through the room. A man in the back shakes his head. A woman whispers to her neighbor. Someone exhales sharply. Karen continues. "We will need to consider reductions in community programs, delayed maintenance on public buildings, and a hiring freeze for non-essential positions." A man in the audience raises his hand. He is wearing a faded work jacket, his hands rough from years of labor. "What about the summer youth program?" he asks. "My son goes there every year." Karen hesitates. "It is on the list of potential cuts." A woman stands up. She clutches her purse tightly, her voice trembling. "My daughter relies on that program. Where will she go?" Karen's voice softens. "I understand, but we have to balance the budget." A local cafe owner, Rita Morales, steps forward. "I have already cut staff," she says. "If foot traffic keeps dropping, I do not know how much longer I can stay open. If you cut community events, it will get worse." Karen nods slowly. "I hear you, but the numbers are not moving." As the meeting continues, the tension grows. A teacher worries about school funding. A retiree asks about rising utility fees. A parent asks if the public pool will open this summer. Karen listens, taking notes, her face calm but her heart heavy. She knows these decisions will affect real people. Real families. Real lives. When the meeting ends, she stays behind, staring at the empty chairs. She whispers to herself, "How do we hold this together?" This is what a community slowdown looks like, not dramatic, but deeply personal. Now let us step into the analysis. When communities like Maple Ridge begin to feel the slowdown, the data tells a clear story. Declines in consumer spending reduce local tax revenue. This affects everything from parks to public safety. Home sales slow, assessments flatten, revenue growth stalls. Hiring freezes, delayed maintenance, reduced program funding, fewer community events. Lower enrollment, reduced extracurricular budgets, delayed facility upgrades. Shorter library hours, reduced transit routes, fewer recreational programs. When residents see cuts, they feel uncertainty. When they feel uncertainty, they spend less. When they spend less, the slowdown deepens. This is the feedback loop that shapes the local economy. Now let us return to the narrative. Let me take you to Willow Street Library, a small but beloved community hub in Maple Ridge. The library sits on a quiet corner, surrounded by maple trees that sway gently in the afternoon breeze. Inside, the smell of old books mixes with the soft hum of computers. The carpet is worn in places, the chairs mismatched, but the space feels warm and familiar. Librarian Sarah Kim stands behind the front desk, sorting returned books. She glances at the clock. It is 4:45 p.m. The library used to stay open until 8 p.m. Now it closes at 5. A teenager named Evan approaches the desk. He is carrying a backpack that looks too heavy for his frame. "Are you closing early again?" he asks. Sarah nods. "I am afraid so," Evan sighs. "I come here to do homework. It is too loud at home." Sarah feels a pang in her chest. "I know. I am sorry." The mother who used to come every week, a mother named Janelle, walks in with her toddler. She looks around, confused. "You are closing already?" she asks. Sarah nods again. "Budget cuts." Janelle's shoulders slump. "This is the only place my daughter sits still." Later that week, the library staff gathers in the break room. The room smells faintly of coffee and old carpet. Sarah's supervisor, Tom Reynolds, speaks quietly. "We are reducing hours again next month. We may need to cut weekend shifts." A staff member named Lena looks down. "I rely on those hours," she says. Tom nods. "I know, but the budget is shrinking." After the meeting, Sarah walks through the empty library. She runs her fingers along the spines of books. She looks at the reading nook where children used to gather for story time. She sees the empty tables where seniors used to play chess. She feels the weight of what is being lost, not just hours, but community. The library is more than a building. It is a safe space. A learning space. A gathering space. And now, it is shrinking. This is the community side of the slowdown, quiet, subtle, but deeply felt. Now let us step back into the analysis. When public services tighten, neighborhoods feel the impact. Here is how. Fewer events, reduced maintenance, shorter pool hours, families lose affordable activities. Picture this. A father takes his kids to the park, only to find the swings taped off and the grass overgrown. He sighs. They used to take such good care of this place. Extracurricular programs shrink, field trips are canceled, class sizes grow. A teacher named Ms. Alvarez tells her students, "I am sorry, but we cannot go to the Science Museum this year." The room falls silent. Less foot traffic, fewer community events, lower spending. A bakery owner watches as the Saturday farmers market, once bustling, now has half the vendors and half the crowd. Buyers hesitate, sellers wait, prices flatten. A young couple stands outside a home they hope to buy. "Maybe we should wait," they whisper. Traditions fade, public spaces feel emptier, social ties weaken. The annual Maple Ridge Fall Festival, once the pride of the town, is scaled back. Fewer booths. Fewer lights. Fewer smiles. Residents feel the shift. They talk about it at grocery stores. They notice it at school pickup. They feel it in the quiet of their neighborhoods. A slowdown is not just economic. It is social. It is emotional. It is communal. Now let us return to the narrative one last time. Let me take you to Maple Ridge High School, where the football stadium lights glow against the evening sky. It is Friday night, a night that used to bring the whole town together. But tonight, the stands are only half full. The concession stand is quiet. The marching band is smaller. The energy is different. Coach David Turner stands on the sideline, arms crossed, watching his team warm up. He notices the empty bleachers. He notices the quiet crowd. He feels the shift. A parent approaches him. "We could not afford the season tickets this year," she says softly. "We still wanted to come tonight." Coach Turner nods. "I am glad you are here." After the game, the Booster Club meets in the cafeteria. The president, Maria Lopez, speaks with a heavy voice. "We raised half of what we raised last year. We may need to cut travel for away games. We may need to reduce equipment purchases." A student athlete named Jordan overhears. "Does that mean we cannot go to regionals?" he asks. Maria hesitates. "We are doing everything we can." Jordan nods, but his eyes fall to the floor. Coach Turner walks out to the empty field after the meeting. The lights buzz overhead. The bleachers sit silent. He remembers the packed crowds. The cheers. The energy. The pride. Now, it feels like something is slipping away. This is the final stage of the slowdown, when a community begins to feel smaller, quieter, and more uncertain. Now let us bring the episode, and the trilogy, home. So here is the truth. A consumer slowdown does not happen all at once. It begins in households. It spreads to businesses. And eventually, it reaches the community. Budgets tighten. Programs shrink. Public spaces quiet down. Confidence fades. But here is the other truth. Communities are resilient. Families adapt. Businesses innovate. People come together. The slowdown is real, but so is the strength of the people living through it. This concludes our 3-episode Consumer Slowdown series. Thank you for listening to the Daily Economy 24/7. Stay informed, stay aware, and stay ahead.